Fellas, life is short, but you don't have to be. I got the short kings covered with today's sponsor, Kanzuri. Kanzuri makes shoes that help you look up to 2.8 inches taller without anybody knowing. Girls have their heels. It's about time men get a boost in their confidence too. For a limited time, only for listeners of this program, you can get an extra 15% off your order. All you got to do is use the code Chael at Kanzuri.com. Let me spell that for you. Conzuri.com. Use the promo code Chael, save 15%. And not only do they have you standing taller, but they are super comfortable, guys. I've been wearing the ice runners around and my feet feel great. The height insoles are actually built into the shoe, so no one can tell that you're getting a secret height boost. Kanzuri doesn't compromise on aesthetics. They have styles for every occasion. You can go with smart, casual, sporty, you name it, they got it. On top of 30% off the site, you can get an extra exclusive 15% off. You get the discount at Kanzuri.com by using the promo code Chael. That's 45% in total off your order. Kanzuri.com, promo code Chael. Or guys, you want me to make it really easy? Just click on the link below. You guys remember President Obama had a great campaign, but hope and change. Remember how we would just use those words? They were so powerful. They were so incredibly powerful. Like there's some things that have to exist, and everything's different if it's not. I just want to go back to the word opportunity, because as I look at 205 pounds, Lionheart is the guy. Anthony Smith is the guy. Look, the last 3 champions have given the belt back. That's never happened before. Jon Jones gave the belt back. Prohaska gave the belt back. They took it from him. You guys like to say he took it back. I'll give you one here. Jamal gave the belt back. All 3. I was in Chicago, outside the federal courthouse, the day Rod Blagojevich got sent to prison. But that made him, when he went to prison, he went and joined the governor before him and the governor before him. All 3 Illinois, boom, boom, boom. All 3 Illinois governors were in prison. Now, I only bring that to you because all 3 205-pounders have given the belt back, which is a cardinal sin, at least back in the day. At least back when BJ did it. At least back when Jens Pulver did it. At least back when Tim Sylvia either did it or was going to do it. I'm just sharing. It was a cardinal sin. And now, everything that I hear about 205 pounds, we're going to go find 2 of the guys that committed that sin and put them in there together. I don't have a problem with it, by the way. I'm just saying it's very hard for me to guess in what direction we are going to go. Now, there is no argument anywhere where you tell me that Lionheart doesn't qualify to fight for the belt. None. And do you want to know why? Do you want to know why you'll never convince a jury of your peers? And I will. Because Jamal fought for it. And the night that Jamal fought for it, he was scheduled for a different match. They broke that match up and put Jamal into the world title fight. And that match he was scheduled to do was against Lionheart. And by the way, Anthony was the favorite. It's not to say that it would go that way. I'm not getting in front of their training partner now, their buddies. I'm not getting in the way of that. I'm just suggesting if it's good for the goose, it would be good for the gander. You can't argue for me that Jamal qualifies and Anthony does it when they were supposed to fight and Anthony was favored to beat him. I'm just making that point because Anthony had been number 4 for a meaningful period of time. Now, Anthony was one head nod away from taking the belt off Jon Jones. And I'm sure people would have done their best to run that back too and take that loss from him, right? Like Jon Jones has been beat, but we say he's never been beat. If Anthony would have beat him that night, taken the belt off him, taken all the money, all the fame, had the rematch, they'd have found some way to say it didn't happen, I'm sure. But if you ask Jon himself, he was very appreciative. Jon cheated. Referee called it. Now you can get a warning or you can get a violation 1 point. Illegal move. If the referee deems it to be illegal, if you can't continue, fight's over. You win. That includes for the belt. Aljamain Sterling versus Peter Yan would be a fine example of that. Yan cheated. Referee called it illegal by the demonstration of 1 point. Now you have 5-minute period. You turn to Aljo. Can you continue, right? I'm just bringing this to you. This is how good Anthony did. He pulled a superstar move in that moment. He looked out for the company. He looked out for his opponent. He looked out for everybody but himself. And he continues on in the number 4 position. Now, as soon as Jon Jones walks away, Anthony should have been able to fight for the belt, just for the mere fact that all he had to do to have the belt was this. Throw off all your toys, throw off all your t-shirts, throw out all your marquees, throw out all your countdown shows. All of it would be up in smoke because he's now the champion. John's did it, but he didn't do this. He did this, which is why he should have got to fight for it. Now, then the number 4 guy. Got Jones in there. Glover Teixeira, who just did an amazing job being over 40. My goodness, Glover's run. You get this guy named Prohaska that no one heard of, and you got a guy named Rachik. And then you have Anthony, without question. This is the story, but it's been this way for 5 years. So you end up in a situation where Jon goes for a walk. I don't believe that Rachik is going to return 205 pounds. I really like Rachik, by the way, and I hope he returns at heavyweight. I look forward to his return. Very young guy trying to make a living out here, doing a great job, but suffers an injury. I hope for his return in front of everything, but I would like to see him return at heavyweight. Conversation for another day. You have Prohaska that's in front of Anthony. He gets pulled. You have to put Jamal in front of him, but that was just because of a mix-up in the first place. So if you're looking to do a title fight at 205 pounds, boom, you have Lionheart. Now it seems as though you have Lionheart and you have Pereira. It seems very obvious to me. Now, Lionheart has to go and deal with Spann. Going to go out to Singapore and do that. Spann's tough night out. No doubt about it. But to act as though we're going to look at the winner of Spann and Lionheart, to put them in there with Pereira, makes all the sense in the world. And I know you guys are going to push back, but I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, no, it should go to Jamal. Or you're going to say, no, it should go to Prohaska. You're not wrong. But before it should go to Jamal or it should go to Prohaska, it should go to Jon Jones. Can we all agree on that? So, voice of God there on Ryan just came in and asked me, what about Ankalaev and Johnny Walker? I don't despise that idea. Now, that's not going to be for the belt. But Ryan's talking about for like a contendership. I'm all for giving Johnny Walker, by the way, a fresh coat of paint. I've never totally agreed. He had one loss where I think he lost. This is Chael's rules, but there was one fight where I thought Johnny Walker lost. I thought he got beaten up. Every other fight, I saw him get caught. So I'll start with that I do like the idea of Johnny Walker. Ankalaev is very fair. I felt as though Ankalaev and Jan Blachowicz got a bit of a bad rap for going to a draw. That's not what I saw. Ankalaev was trying to win a fight. He was trying to stop a fight. He got as close as you possibly could. A 10-8 round. A 10-8 round is the ultimate default. That's where the judges step in to tell the referee you didn't do your job. There should never be a 10-8 round, ever. That should be a TKO. When the referee fails, and the referee only fails to TKO you after your cornerman has failed to throw in the towel. So after your cornerman failed, the referee failed, you will now have the final decision makers, known as the judges, that can call it a 10-8. But that is them telling all of you did a terrible job. But I really am bringing that to you because this is what Ankalaev did in the 5th round. He's trying to win, which is what he's told to do. I don't think he should have been punished. I don't think Jan should have been punished. I think it was a great fight. I really did. So I don't not like the idea, but here's what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to keep saying, well, it's going to be Prohaska and it's going to be Jamal, because that's been a very weird situation. We have absolutely no idea how long Jamal is out or even what he needs. We don't know if he needs surgery. We don't know if he needs screws. We don't know if we're talking about get over to Panama and get some stem cells. I mean, we don't have any idea. We know it was a basketball game, and we know it's his ankle. That's it. You then have Prohaska, where we were told it's the worst injury whatever medical team has ever seen. So such and such medical team either hasn't dealt with those very often, or they made a mistake, and that's okay. People make mistakes. But he's saying he's back and he's ready. He's showing videos. He's all cut up. USADA's checking on him. He looks so good, USADA thinks he's cheating. That's just the truth. He's not, by the way. So how's he doing that if he's not training? Well, he must be training. Well, how's he training if his shoulder's so bad? Oh, and by the way, if he's back training, he looks so good, why isn't he fighting? I don't know. I don't have the answers to these questions. Like, this is where it gets really weird. This is where the rumors and the USADA starts to gain some ground, because you have a guy, we're going to take his word. He said he was so hurt he needed to give the belt back, and he did. So we can trust this guy. He also says he's so healed he's ready to fight, but they're not putting him in. So now you have to start dealing with some of the rumors. That's okay. They're not true, but you start to see where you start to deal with them. We have no idea on Jamal. So I'm arguing for you, and in the absence of Raychick, without question, we have Lionheart. Without question, we have Lionheart. We now have what appears to be Pierre. We have Ryan saying, what about Ankalaev? What about Walker? I like that argument. I think that's pretty good. I wouldn't have a huge problem if they were the one to face Anthony. But sometimes your number just comes up. I mean, these aren't Chael's rules. It's happened right now in front of you with Sean Strickland. Sean's ranked a little lower than they like. Cannonier didn't promote the first fight. Paulo Costa and Chimaev are busy over here. Whitaker and Duplessis. Little light in the shorts, both of them. I mean, what do you want to do? This is how this works. I think you should consider that. I think you should show some respect to the guy that was one nod away from having the belt in the first place.